As you can see, we now have a new menu system in place to easily access all the wonders of our modular Weaververse. In the first section here, you'll get an overview of our modules in general. In the next section, all the links to our Duck Soup modules. And in the section below, you can quickly access all the components and modules that make up Quantum Edge. In the first column are overviews. In the second, our full-page modules. In the third and fourth, our section modules. In the fifth, our card modules. And in the sixth, our footer, iPhone, and warp modules. If we go to one of the product pages, say this sections page here, you'll notice at the foot of the page another set of links to help you navigate to the next module. So other than that, I'll leave the rest for you to explore and move on now to one of the full page modules to give you an idea of what to expect. Now, when you first download your module, you'll find a folder structure very similar to this. In the Documents folder, you'll find installation and requirements information, which you should read carefully if you want everything to work as advertised. Next, in the Foundation folder, you'll find a Foundation version of the project file in both RapidWeaver 7 and RapidWeaver 8. The same goes for the Foundry folder, where you'll find a Foundry version of the project file in both RapidWeaver 7 and 8. In the Optimized Images folder, you'll find a download link for the 600 plus optimized and categorized Unsplash images used in this project. In some modules, but not all, you'll find an SVGs folder containing the SVG file or files embedded in the module. Finally, the Universal folder contains the universal version of the project file in both RapidWeaver 7 and RapidWeaver 8. The universal versions are the ones you use to copy and paste your modules into non-Foundry and non-Foundation themes. Okay, let's open a RapidWeaver 8 version of the Glue-On page in Foundation and Foundry. And in edit mode, this is what you'll find. The first two items on the page are partials that contain the project master styles and the page menu. If we open up the project master styles, we find the default Foundation site styles, along with Big White Duck's Pro styles, which contain a few master styles that have no bearing on the project, but are there simply for you to play with should you wish to learn more about them. Also, there's the default Button Plus 2 master, which is essential for all the buttons to work. The second partial, the menu partial, contains a very basic menu made with Button Plus 2 and is included for display purposes only. Simply replace it with your own navigation system and you're good to go. So back to the main edit window now, and as we scroll down the page we can begin to see the structure of the page. Now you'll notice most of the stacks are left open, but do be aware that some, like this one here, have been collapsed for obvious reasons. To edit a very narrow stack like this, simply go to the settings and increase the width temporarily from 10% to 100%, and then collapse it again when you've finished editing it. Moving on down, you'll see some typical quantum ipsum filler text, which can be safely read or ignored as per your appetite for my usual nonsense. Which brings us to the subject of typography in the font family I've used throughout the whole project. It's a Google font called Allegreia, and it has a sans version and a small caps version of both. And as we scroll down the page, we can see that it's a really versatile font that can be paired with itself in so many stylish ways. Okay, back to edit mode in Foundation. Let's take a look at this iPhone section. As you can see, it's built using big white duck stacks and is entirely editable. Here at the top in the sections Fix Pro, we can see, well, it doesn't look like much, but it is actually the notch at the top. Further down we have the 3-column images which slide in from the right on page view, and as you can see, these are all wrapped in section boxes, which is what we use when we want to animate elements inside a Sections Pro. You can see another 4 of them collapse below, and if we scroll down further to the bottom of this particular Sections Pro, we can see where and how we animate these specific boxes. If you haven't yet learnt about animating elements like this, then why not join one of our weekly sessions where I'll show you how to do this and many other aspects of modular design. Okay, that's about it for this very brief overview. I'll be adding some more detailed videos in the coming days and weeks, but if you have any questions in the meantime, please feel free to ask me either directly or on the forums, or join one of my live support and tutorial sessions.